our communities. Do you know someone who's been doing outstanding work in their community or performed an extraordinary act of heroism, bravery, or kindness in the last 12 months? Nominate a hero today. Go to cibccaribbean.com to learn more.
It's here. The all-new Toyota RAV4 has arrived at TDC Automotive with bold styling, advanced technology, and the versatility to match your lifestyle. This is the SUV built for wherever the road takes you. Now available. Get yours today or place your order with our team. Visit us at the C.A. Paul Southwell Industrial Site in St. Kitts or Penny's Industrial Estate in Nevis. TDC Automotive. We're number one for a reason.
Good morning, St. Kitts and Nevis. Good morning to the Leeward Islands. Good morning to the OECS. Good morning to the Caribbean. Hey, as a matter of fact, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you, wherever you are in this wonderful, beautiful universe. It's another wonderful day here in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. It's sunny. It's already starting to get a little on the warm side. And hey, who knows how today will end up. And it's now 3 minutes past 8. Welcome to another edition of Island Tea here on winnfm 98.9. I'm going to be doing it solo today. It's Wednesday, July the 29th, and Hortensia, she's not in today, she's not in tomorrow. However, she'll be back on Friday, God's spare. So I have to be doing it all alone by my lonesome self in the hot seat. But guess what? I'll have you as my company, so I'm not going to really be alone at all. And a lot of things have been happening in St. Kitts, in the Caribbean on a whole, and we've known of the resignation of the leader of the People's Action Movement, Natasha Gray. Perhaps we should start off with that, as she has released. We read the party statement. The People's Action Movement, they released the party there, a statement there, but she yesterday released her own statement, and it reads, "My dear people of St. Kitts and Nevis, today my heart is filled with a mixture of gratitude, emotion, reflection, and hope. After much prayer, deep reflection, and many difficult conversations, as you are aware, I have made the decision to step down as political leader of the People's Action Movement. This has not been an easy decision. In fact, it has been one of the most difficult decisions of my life. Serving as your political leader has been one of the greatest honors I have ever known. It gave me the opportunity to travel throughout our beloved federation, to sit in your homes, to listen to your stories, to share your joys and your struggles, and to better understand the hopes and dreams of the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. You welcome me into your homes, and for that I will forever be grateful. I entered this role because I genuinely believed and still believe that our country deserves the very best. Every decision I made, every meeting I attended, every sacrifice I endured was driven by one simple desire: to help build a stronger, fairer, and more prosperous St. Kitts and Nevis for every citizen. From the very first day I accepted this responsibility, it was a challenge. It was not easy. Many days were harder than people would ever know. I smiled in public, but there were many moments when the weight of leadership became almost unbearable. As a woman in politics, I quickly learned that we often have to work 10 times harder to prove ourselves. We are scrutinized differently, judged more harshly, and expected to carry burdens that many never see. Yet I refused to allow those realities to define me. I pushed through every obstacle. I stood firm through criticism. I persevered through adversity. I gave everything I had. I have no regrets about giving my all. But leadership is also about knowing when to put something greater than yourself first. I can read a room. I understand what is at stake. The People's Action Movement is larger than any one individual. It is a proud institution that has served this nation for 61 years. It has shaped generations of leaders and contributed tremendously to the development of St. Kitts and Nevis. It has never been my desire to become the reason that such a great movement falls short of fulfilling its mission. The stakes are simply too high. Our country needs strong leadership, a strong opposition, and a united People's Action Movement. If my stepping aside creates the opportunity for greater unity and renewed strength, then I do so with a clear conscience, knowing I have placed the party and the country above myself. To every supporter who stood beside me throughout this journey, thank you. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for encouraging me. Thank you for praying for me. Thank you for standing with me during the difficult moments and celebrating the victories with me. Your love carried me farther than you will ever know. The people of East Bastille, my beloved constituency, words cannot adequately express my gratitude. Thank you for opening your homes to me. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for sharing your concerns, your hopes, your fears, and your dreams. Thank you for every vote you cast in my name. Thank you for allowing me the privilege of serving you. Your sacrifices, your loyalty, and your unwavering support will forever remain in my heart. To the chairperson of the executive of East Bastille, thank you for your countless hours of hard work and commitment. Many of you sacrificed your time, your families, and your personal lives because you believed in our vision. I will never forget that. To the executive of the People's Action Movement, both past and present, thank you for the opportunity to serve alongside you. To every candidate preparing for the next general election, I wish you God's richest blessings. Continue fighting for what you believe is right. Continue putting country first. Continue serving with integrity. To our road warriors, polling agents, campaign volunteers, branch members, and every supporter who walked the streets, knocked on doors, made phone calls, attended meetings, wore our colors proudly, and never stopped believing, thank you. You are the heartbeat of this movement. To the many bloggers and social media supporters who defended me and defended this party, often at great personal cost, thank you. Today I saw supporters still standing up for me, and it reminded me how deeply people care. To Kyle and to every single person who fought the good fight online and beyond, I am deeply grateful. To my strategy team, thank you for your wisdom, your honesty, your loyalty, and your friendship. To Troy Flanders, thank you for your unwavering loyalty. To Mackie Taylor, thank you. To Drusilla, thank you. To Vanessa, thank you for everything you have done. To Chevy, to Phyllis, to Chantel, thank you. To each of you who walked this road with me, I will always appreciate your commitment. To Lady Dame Constance Mitchell, thank you for being a guiding light, a mentor, and a constant source of encouragement throughout the journey. Your wisdom has meant more to me than words can express. To my husband, thank you. You have been my rock, my safe place, my great source of strength during these past weeks. You have walked every difficult mile beside me. Your love has sustained me through moments when I questioned whether I had anything left to give. I love you, and I thank God for you. To my mother, thank you for being my anchor. Your prayers have carried me more times than you will ever know. To my son Dishon, aka Johnny, I love you so much. I appreciate your support deeply. To my entire family, thank you for standing beside me every single step of this journey. To my brother Mervyn Hanley, thank you. You have never told me only what I wanted to hear. You told me what I needed to hear. You challenged me. You encouraged me. You reminded me to always put truth above comfort. Whether I agreed with everything or not, I always knew your advice came from love. I love you and thank you. To my dear friend Shirley, thank you for always being honest, direct, and unwavering in your friendship. You have been an incredible blessing in my life, and I treasure our friendship deeply. To my prayer warriors, thank you. To every citizen of St. Kitts and Nevis, even those who never supported me politically, I want to thank you. I heard your voices. I listened to your concerns. I have learned from your criticisms. Every encounter has helped shape me into a better person. As I leave this office, I can proudly say we made significant gains. The foundation has been strengthened. The future has been prepared. To whoever becomes the next political leader, I offer my sincere congratulations and my praise. Lead with courage. Lead with humility. Lead with wisdom. Protect this great institution. Honor the sacrifices of those who came before us. Most importantly, always remember that leadership is about serving people, not serving self. As for my own political future, many have asked whether I intend to contest the next general election. At this time, I ask for your understanding. Over the coming days and holiday weekend, I will spend time with my family, my loved ones, and a small circle of trusted advisors. Together, we will prayerfully reflect on what comes next. Sometime next week, I will share my decision with the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. Until then, I respectfully ask for your prayers and for the space to thoroughly discern God's direction for the next chapter of my life. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for walking this journey with me. Thank you for allowing me the privilege of serving. May God continue to bless the People's Action Movement. May God continue to bless every family across St. Kitts and Nevis. And may God forever bless our beautiful federation. With love, gratitude, and hope, Natasha Shani Gray Brooks. And this was released yesterday. And putting her position out. Like I indicated, we have heard from the position of the party, but now we are hearing it live from the horse's mouth, as we normally say. And she has put it out. And it seems to be coming from the heart. Quite touching indeed. And asking for the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, not only her supporters, but the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, to understand her position. Give her some space, give her some time. And she's going to go into a period of reflection, which we must all do. And some very powerful words coming out. I'm not certain how many of us are that honest, because we shouldn't, and she mentioned it, we shouldn't really want to hear what we want to hear. We should really need to hear what is happening around, what people are saying, what people are thinking, because we need to know so we can address them, so we could approach apply different strategies, etc., etc. And a tremendous release there. And perhaps a good time to take our first break. Stick and stay, don't go away. We will be right back with more Island Tea.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
Drive into something new. Horford's Automotive, waiting for you.
St. Kitts and Nevis, get ready to drive into something new. Happening now through September 30th. Celebrate the journey to independence with Horford's Automotive's Drive into Something New auto sales event, together with the Heritage Initiative Motor Promotion from SL Horford's Finance Company Limited, agents for Guardian Insurance. Enjoy! No down payment, free registration, 12 months free servicing, and up to $8,500 off all models. Plus, receive up to $1,000 in free gas or groceries, while customers financed through SL Horford Finance Company Limited receive a free bill of sale and an additional $500 off first-year insurance with Guardian Insurance. Eligible Heritage customers can also receive a 30% discount, free windshield coverage up to $4,000 EC, free open driver coverage, retention of their no-claim discount, and loss of benefits up to $1,750 EC. Visit Horford's Automotive today.
Drive into something
At Horsfords, drive into something new, drive in style. Save more, protect what matters. Terms, conditions, and eligibility requirements apply.
Here are your Horsfords Value Mart IGA Blue Tag specials.
Running July 23rd to August 5th.
Essential everyday barbecue sauces are just $7.99. Langer's cranberry juices, $11.99. IGA or essential everyday frozen waffles, $11.99. Kellogg's Special K cereals, $19.99. Juicy Juice box juices, $13.99. Arm & Hammer liquid laundry detergent, $39.99.
And now our value deals. Nature Valley granola bars, $12.99. Quaker Oat regular and quick, $19.99. Act 2 microwave popcorn, $7.99. Wishbone salad dressing, $12.99. Essential everyday dish detergent, $8.99. The Colgate toothbrush, $4.99. Shop smart, shop value mart. Tell them in Spanish.
Sea listo y haga sus compras aquí en Value Mart.
It's here. The all-new Toyota RAV4 has arrived at TDC Automotive with bold styling, advanced technology, and the versatility to match your lifestyle. This is the SUV built for wherever the road takes you. Now available. Get yours today or place your order with our team. Visit us at the C.A. Paul Southwell Industrial Site in St. Kitts or Penny's Industrial Estate in Nevis. TDC Automotive. We're number one for a reason.
Welcome back to another edition of Island Tea here on winnfm 98.9. If you're just joining us, first time for the day, we say thank you, welcome. And if you've been with us from the start, we still do say thank you. If you are joining us for the first time ever, welcome. Island Tea heard every weekday, Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. And it's a program where, just in case you missed the news, we bring the hot topics to you. What is happening in the news locally, regionally, and internationally. And we invite discussions on said topics. We invite your opinions, your concerns, your suggestions, how you think and feel about what. And we just ask you to be respectful of yourself, respectful of me, the host, and the radio station, and indeed respectful of the listeners. Please stay away from libelous statement, defamatory remarks, and excuse me, of course, no expletives, no vulgar language. As we go to the line and say good morning to our first caller. Welcome to Island Tea. You're live and lively.
Yeah, good morning, Biff, man. How you doing, man?
I am blessed, highly favored, and giving thanks, Mr. Burl. What about you?
Yeah, pretty good, man. Thank God for another day. Yeah, I noticed you're carrying the load by yourself, so
Yes.
let me try to chime in early, you know? Yeah, so Biff, straight to it, man. I didn't get all of that release. I came in probably midway through. Got released by Mrs. Brooks. And what I really want to say, man, that was real touching, bro. You know, let's go to the game of cricket, you know? When you're in the wicket, man, and you're facing that pace, the new ball, especially when the ball is moving, swinging off the turf, and with a lot of speed coming at you, you'll be in the pavilion and you say, "Wow, I could do this, I could do that," but you're not down in the wicket feeling the heat.
Who in the fire feel the heat?
Yeah, that's definitely. So the position that the leader, well, I guess by Friday she's going to be out.
The 31st, yes.
Yeah, the position that she's in, we don't really know, all the details, and we don't know how it feels to be in a position like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And to make the hard decision to step down. You know, we are a society, sometimes people don't want to step down. And for Pam Party, what I'm seeing, they're going through some little internal wranglings or whatever, but it's all a part of the rebuilding process. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
And it happens to all the parties, and it happens to all of us. You know, sometimes, like the Jamaicans said, we got to wheel and come again.
Indeed, indeed.
And we got to make changes, and we got to sometimes move out the way for other persons to come in. I mean, that is one of the hardest decisions you may have to make. You know, I mean, some people prefer to resign instead of getting fired. whether you, like you said yesterday, we didn't know if she was pushed or she jumped.
Mm-hmm.
And this is how life is. But what I would want to say, I'm happy to see that she has come to a decision on her own to satisfy herself, you know, and her family, and you know the others, the supporters and such like that. And I just want to say, man, it appears like Pam might be down, and the people who say that they are loyal Pam supporters, this is when they got to reflect, and this is when they got to look at their own party and possibly see where they can help instead of the complaining and all the other the negative stuff. This is when someone is down is when they need you most. And I see maybe Pam might be down, but they may not be down like this forever. And what I'm saying to the supporters or the persons who maybe I'll point firstly to the loyal supporters. They need to take a look at their own party and see where they can help their party out to get them rebuilt and to get them up and get them stabilized and get them moving again. Change is inevitable, and real progress and real advancement come with change. So this is not something we should be afraid of, but something we should embrace and try our best to help where we can necessarily help. And I just want to say, man, good luck to the youngsters in Pam, especially to Nubian and Azad. And me, man, is always country above self, man. And even if we're in a competition, but it's all about the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. And if persons in other parties can even give some advice, man. And I mean, this is what it's all about. The competitiveness is going to make it good, and we will certainly rise above the answers and possibly get the best situation out of this for the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis and country above self and, you know, above party and all of that. So even lastly, let me point it out real vividly again. Even if other persons, man, in other parties can help, especially the younger ones that's trying to come up and be a part of the political arena, it's nothing wrong with you helping somebody else, man. And I'll leave it there, Big Man. And, you know, enjoy the rest of your day. And if I feel like coming back in later, maybe I will get a chance.
And thank you. And before you slip away, congratulations on your victory yesterday against Pakistan. West Indies winning the test match in 4 days.
Wow, that was great, man. I'll try to take a look at that when I get a chance. But, you know, good luck to Pam and the people of the party and also to the Federation. Thanks a lot.
Okay, Paul, thank you very much. We appreciate your call. And thank you. And we say good morning to all the other listeners. To Clear, to Gwyneth, good morning. Mr. McMahon, Mr. Welcome, good morning. Greg, good morning. Good morning to Miss Sylvie Henry. She hasn't called in for the past few weeks. Good morning. Our prayers and our thoughts are with you. And we hope you're feeling better as the days go by. And we may be able to hear you again. Who knows? And good morning to you. Good morning to all the listeners and who comment online. And there's always the opportunity for you to share your thoughts with us. Let us know how you're thinking, how you are feeling. And we ask that you keep it clean, of course, but share your thoughts, share your ideas with us as we say good morning to this second caller. You're live on winnfm 98.9 Island T.
Yes. Good morning, Biff.
Good morning, sir.
How are you doing today?
I am blessed, highly favored.
Okay.
Yes, I'm blessed, highly favored, giving thanks.
Okay, this is what I love about the People's Action Movement. It is not a dictatorship. This is what democracy is all about. After the 2010 elections with the leader at the time was Lindsey Grant, and he had his scandal over at the Marriott, he stepped aside, and Dr. Richards was able to take the helm. And after the 2022 election, Dr. Richard stepped aside. Nobody was holding on to the leadership like the Labour Party. All them scandals that Dr. Douglas had with the CBI this way, national debt, me whatever. All these things, and they still ran him as the leader. I guess that's one of the reasons why Dr. Harris had to leave the Labour Party, because the man wanted everything for himself. He wanted to, as some older people say, he wanted for them to carry him out of office horizontally. You understand? I really love the way the People's Action Movement does their leadership, getting their leadership organized. It is very, I like the way they do it. They don't hold on to people like the Labour Party. And then everything starts to implode in on itself, a lot of infighting. This is a way for everybody. They had the caucus, and the votes went against Mrs. Gray. And that was it. Ain't got to be a hard feeling.
Caller,
hello, yes,
just
sir.
a point of information. Was there a vote with respect to Ms. Gray continuing or not at the caucus?
I'm not sure. I listened to a video from Kyle Flanders, and he was a part of the caucus, and he didn't went into detail if she would continue as a candidate or whatever. He didn't go into that, but from his video, it was stated that her position as leader, the votes were in the minority, and yeah.
I don't think there was a vote. There were elections, but not for the leader of the party. I don't think that was on the table. There were elections for the first vice president, second vice president, etc., etc. The vote for the leader of the party, I think that is due next year, 2027. It is every 3 years. And remember when she came a few years back. So I don't think that statement may be most accurate in terms of there being a vote for or not for the leader of the party.
Well, I stand to be corrected. Maybe I didn't listen to the video properly, so that would be on me, not Mr. Flanders. Maybe I didn't understand the video properly, but still, she did not state, she felt that, the situation was not advantageous to the party, so she stepped aside. So, I mean, and as the letter you read out, is no hard feelings. So, I mean, my opinion is that, like I said earlier, I love the way the People's Action Movement does their field. And a lot of animosity within the party, and people got to leave the party and form their own party, wink, wink, because they can't get no way of advancement within the party they was in originally. So, my opinion is that the process, if the Mrs. Gray decided that it was a time to step aside for whatever reason, she did it, and we just move forward from there. Let us not fall into the other category of dictatorship within a party. One person want to hold on for X amount of years until they come like Donald Trump falling asleep in meetings and all kind of thing. They can't function. But that's just my 2 cents for now.
Thank you very much, caller. We appreciate that. Thank you for listening. Thank you for calling in. And that's what Island Tea is all about. We present the topics and you share your views. And it's a good time to take a break. Stick and stay. Don't go away. We will be right back.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
Building supplies, electrical supplies, furniture, appliances, carpets and tiles. It's the company where you can get it all. All at TDC, Home and Building Depot. From lawn and garden, the TVs and stereos. All at TDC, Home and Building Depot. Come on down, get what you're looking for. It's all at TDC, Home and Building Depot.
This September, the CPL Finals come to the Mecca of Caribbean cricket, Kensington Oval in Barbados. Feel the energy, experience the vibes, the food, the fun, and the sun. Come for the cricket, stay for everything else. The best place to be a cricket fan is in Barbados. Plan your trip today at visitbarbados.org/CPL.
It's time for phenomenal cricket.
It's Day Rave Round Robin, running from June 13th to September 26th. Saturday, June 13th, we kick it off at Starlink HQ opposite Carib Brewery. Sunday, June 21st, Progressive Bar next to the Sandy Point Market. Saturday, July 4th, we at Chef Sam on 4th Street. Friday, July 10th, TD's Bar at Stewart Car Wash opposite School Meals. Saturday, July 18th, it's at Cool Runnings Bar and Grill, Old Factory Road. Saturday, July 25th, check out Short Boss at the Ferry Terminal. Saturday, August 1st, back at Starling HQ opposite Carib Brewery. Saturday, August 15th, Liquid Lounge Bar and Restaurant opposite the Sandy Point Hospital. Saturday, August 22nd, we're back at Cool Runnings Bar, Old Factory Road. Saturday, August 29th, it's Tiddy's Bar at Stewart Car Wash opposite School Meal. Saturday, September 5th, Fun Times Bar on 4th Street. Saturday, 12th September, link up at Short Boss at Stewart Car Wash opposite School Meals. Saturday, September 19th, Independence Day, Cool Runnings Bar and Grill, Old Factory Road. And we close down on Saturday, September 26th at Chef Sam Bar on 4th Street. Day Rave Round Robin, June 13th to September 26th. Different DJs, different vibes, one experience. Daylight, music, energy. That's the Day Rave way.
Welcome back to Island Tea here on winnfm 98.9. I am Troy Biff Mills, and I'm going solo today all by my lonesome self along with your company. Good morning, Cortensia. I suspect you're listening. Perhaps you have a little radio chook away in some corner or something. And thank you. Hope you're listening and everything is okay. Good morning to Rassi, the taximan down at the circus. Good morning to you. And Jam Down, good morning, Jam Down, good morning. Yes, I said good morning, Greg. And Bull starting the batting this morning, and that gentleman coming in at number 2. And a lot of things to talk about. Culturama. Culturama is happening. This is the 52nd edition of Culturama. It started back in 1970 early, 72, 73, maybe 74, I can't remember. And 74. Because 74 and 52 is 2026. So it started back in 1974, and it's been going strong, very strong. It's becoming one of the top summer festivals in the Caribbean, and a lot of nationals return home, divisions return home to participate, to partake of all the fun, the action. A lot of petitions go over to celebrate, and it is said that the Kitchens are the really one to bring the energies, bring the passion, and Nevis perhaps a little more docile community, a little quieter, the persons easy going, a lot easier than here us in the Federal in St. Kitts. But I'm encouraging everyone to go over and support the Culturama. It is one of our own. When it's Carnival, Christmas and Carnival, they come down to celebrate independence with us. So let us go over and support them. The Calypso show, that is happening on Friday night. I'm trying to get this. Oh yes, here we go. The calendar. And where we are Wednesday, July 29th. Wednesday, July 29th. What is happening here? Let me just pull it up, and Poets in the Square. That starts, and I always want to go up. I went up one Friday. I got there late. I thought it was going until 4, 5, 6 in the afternoon. It actually finished at about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock or somewhere there. I think that's a tremendous idea. So they have Poets in the Square. That's continuing to the Wednesday. Thursday, we have the National Bank Soca Monarch Finals, and there are some petitions in there. I think Jesus Sparta, he's one of them. I think Raskelly is another. Well, good luck, gentlemen. I don't know how many ladies are in it, but good luck to all the competitors. The Senior Calypso Finals are sponsored by TDC on Friday night. Saturday, National Bank Culturama 52 Arts and Craft. And Sunday, Sunday, the Culture Queen. Monday, Juve Morning Emancipation Jam. And I think they have the Herbert's Beach Affair as well. And the parade. And then last lap. And all of a sudden, Tuesday next week, Let Ben Story, and it's the end to start planning and working towards the next Culturama. Of course, they'll be having their prize given sometime in there. The patron is for C52 is Miss Clara Bridget Hunkins. I don't know her, but I am familiar with a few of the Hunkinses up there. And if I could get a little closer, I think there's a little write-up, yes. Born on November 2nd, 1952, Clara Bridget Hunkins, affectionately known as Auntie Bridget, is a dedicated cultural contributor and respected community figure from Government Road in Charlestown, Nevis. Renowned for her warmth, generosity, and unwavering spirit of service, she has long been a pillar within both professional and cultural spaces on the island. Professionally, Auntie Bridget serves as sales manager at Hunkins Funeral Home, where she is recognized for her compassion and commitment to supporting families during difficult times. Beyond her professional life, she is also musically inclined, having played both the soprano and alto sax. Wow, that is interesting. Auntie Bridget has made significant contributions to youth development through her role as Chief Commissioner of the St. Kitts and Nevis Girls Guide Association on Nevis, when she guided and mentored young women across the Federation. Her community spirit is reflected in her everyday acts of kindness. She is well known for preparing and sharing meals with passers-by on weekends and for distributing fruits and produce from her garden to nursing homes and community members. Her impact on Nevis culture has been both long-standing and far-reaching. Auntie Bridget has been actively involved in Nevis Culturama since its inception in 1974, working alongside her father and contributing through the Nevis Dramatic and Cultural Society, NEDAX. And congratulations to you, Miss Hunkins. I'm just reading part of it actually. It's a very lengthy bio, and well done. Congratulations to you, ma'am, Miss Clara Bridget Hunkins, the patron for Culturama 52, or C52 as they have branded it. Quite indeed a contribution, and I believe wholeheartedly in honoring persons who have contributed. Don't wait until they're gone and they're horizontal to be saying all kind of nice things about them and they cannot hear, they cannot respond. Yes, it may be for the family, but let us give our people our flowers while we're alive, as is the case. Congratulations again, Miss Clara Hunkins. And I don't know if she's related to the late, what's her name? She passed, was it last year? Early this year? And I don't know, but a lady, and I'm touched by the fact that she gives foods to the homes. That's a wonderful thing. How many of us do that? How many of us actually prepare stuff and give away passers-by, as it mentioned there, or give persons who are not at a level that we are? And we should be a little better with that. Some of us are even so stingy with our good mornings and good afternoons. Every time I go into an institution, and it happens, even in the passenger bus, when I jump on, I say, good morning, folks, and now and then I hear one or two people grumble off something. According to how I feel, I respond. Sometimes I let it go. But my response is, no wonder our children don't say good morning, good afternoon, and thank you. They don't hear we, the adults, say it. Remember, children live what they learn, and they learn what they live. There's going to be the sitting of Parliament tomorrow here in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. And I pause to take this call. Good morning, caller. You're live on Island T.
Good morning, Dave. Good morning.
Good morning, Cleo. How are you today?
I'm good.
Wonderful.
No, I just talking about Nevis, right? I saw a video with this man very upset, and he was highly pissed off because when he was videotaping where somebody went over on one of the beach and with a excavator and root up all the grapes.
Wow.
And the thing is, the tree them full of grapes. And we know grape season is what, normally in August, September.
Yeah, around
when they get ripe.
Yeah.
So you want to know why would you keep destroying our natural stuff?
That's
we don't care. Or we don't see the need. We don't see the need that one of these days we're going to need to fall back and even living off of some grapes.
That is really, really sad. But it begs the question, Cleo. One, did he do that on his own accord? Or two, was he directed to do that? And if directed, was it the appropriate parties that did that? Any one of the three of them, I think, it's not so good. If he did it on his own accord, actions need to be taken against him.
The guy who did the video, he didn't show who root up the grapes. He just showed the beach where you could see where the excavator run on the beach and they root up all the grape trees and stuff. But my thing is that why we keep destroying our natural stuff, and it showed that why when you root up the grapes, push them from there, because it's like you see when all this the water is taken over by these weeds, and it's very close to practically as the water come up, it gonna have more erosion because of the bank that is there where normally those beach bushes are like a bank.
Yeah.
It helps. So when you root up that, everything now is gonna just come forward out of the sea.
And the roots help to keep the soil, the sand together.
Right. So
it is sad.
Why do we do these things?
Everything about it, once it's true, of course, clear. Everything about it is a problem to me. One, if he did it on his own accord, actions should be taken against him. And two, if he was directed to do that, there needs to be some serious justification, perhaps some health issue or something like that. But to go and root up trees, and in an era where persons are being encouraged to plant trees to generate the oxygen, etc., and while we are being encouraged to plant trees, I mean, people are rooting down trees?
You're rooting up food because it's a fruit. It's
and a livelihood.
Exactly, because people go and pick it and sell it, and the trees are full of grapes. So why would you destroy the stuff like that? Who in authority gives somebody that power to go, authorization to go do that? So I mean, the Nevis, whoever is in charge of that aspect should come out and tell the public why was all the grape trees rooted up off the beach.
And I'm not certain it's going to be going down too well with the Nevision public, Cleo, because like you mentioned, they provide foods and it is a livelihood, because a lot of persons around selling cigarettes and things, because you and I may love cigarettes, but we may not have the time, the access to go and pick it. So we're glad when it comes to us, and you're supporting a family, somebody helping them to buy tin food for the children or something.
And we're destroying things that we need. Our natural stuff, God put it there. He gave it to us for a purpose. Why do we keep destroying things, our natural stuff? He even show you there's a pond behind the grape bush. I mean, I'm going to come off, so somebody else could come on. So somebody could explain why is it necessary to destroy everything we have.
Thanks a lot, Cleo. I would like to hear that explanation. I am not so certain how much the person will be able to convince me that it's a good thing, but I can't understand it. And before we take a break, I'm remembering some trees were planted across the Kim Collins Highway. Some trees were there before, some were planted, and the others were given to just root up all the trees. But why do we want to keep rooting up trees? And you're going to be rooting up trees, and then we are encouraged to plant trees tomorrow. I'm confused, but let's take a break. Maybe that might help to get me a little more on the ball.
Found the sound 98.9
Come, build with us at Hostels Building and Nevis Centers. We don't just sell materials, we help you build your dreams. Whether it's a new home, a renovation, or DIY project, we're here to make it happen. That's why we say, build with us. From foundation to finish, come to our stores where we have the best in building materials, hardware, tools, paints, expert advice, and more. Whatever you need, you can count on us. So if you're ready to get started, build with us. With Hostels Building and Nevis Centers, you're not just building a structure, you're building a future. Let us help you create something amazing. Dream with us, plan with us, grow with us, build with us. Come build with us at Hostels Building and Nevis Centers today. Build with us at Hostels.
Luxury isn't just worn, it's won. Introducing the new Precious Gem Super Ticket from Caribbean Lottery. 4 games in 1 ticket, 62 chances to win, and the chance to multiply your prize up to 20 times. Scratch to reveal diamonds, rubies, emeralds, and sapphires, with prizes up to $200,000. This isn't just a scratch ticket, it's luxury in every scratch. Grab your Precious Gem Super Ticket today at Caribbean Lottery retailers island-wide. Must be 21 or older to play. Please play responsibly.
Tire treads gone? Going bald? Don't let this be you. It's time for new tires from TDC Automotive. As the month rolls along, buy 2 or more tires and get 20% off your purchase. Get more savings and safer driving for the roads ahead. Visit TDC Automotive today at Southwell Industrial Estate in St. Kitts or Penny's Industrial Estate Nevis. TDC Automotive, #1 for a reason. Terms and conditions apply. Offer valid while stocks last.
Back to another edition of Island Tea here on WinFM 98.9. In case you're just joining us, thank you very much for doing so. You've been with us from the start. We say, hey, it's always a pleasure to be here serving you. I'm alone today. Cartensia is not in. She will be back in on Friday. But we are going to have a good time with your support, sharing ideas. Before we get back, and just let me read a notice that comes from the National... It says National Honors Awards nomination notice. As we approach the close of nomination period for the 2026 National Honors Award, the Cabinet Secretariat kindly requests your continued assistance in... Okay, yes, we are doing that. With the deadline for submission set for Friday, 31st July, we are in fact inviting you to submit your awards. Please don't wait. You have a few days left. So please do submit your awards. And I know, Burl, this might be of some interest to you. You have been speaking about Derek El Comido Willett and Kim Collins, etc., etc. So now is a good time, Burl, for you to actually make your submissions for who you think should be awarded nationally. And just to read the notice, the Prime Minister's Office wishes to inform the general public that the 2026 National Honors Awards nomination forms are now available at the security desk at Government Headquarters, Church Street. The forms are to be completed and accompanied by a detailed profile of the nominee and their contributions, and submitted to the Cabinet Secretary, Prime Minister's Office, Government Headquarters, Church Street, Bastille. Nominations can also be submitted online via https://forms.gle/CPAV8 C, capital P, capital A, capital V, 8, F, Z8, T, C, K, 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 Q, Z, J, Z. Deadline, Friday, July 31st. So that is Friday coming. So please, please, please make your nominations who you think should be given a national award. And of course, if you need any clarifications, please do call government headquarters 465-2521 and you will get your information. And while we're at the government, the House of Assembly will House of Parliament will become convened, pardon me, July 28th. That was, hold on, let me see what's happening here. Today is actually, no, I'm missing something, I have to confirm this. But it says July the 28th. That was yesterday, I don't remember hearing anything about that. So I'll have to check. What we have, there were 3 bills: Banking Amendment Number 2 Bill 2026, the Payment Systems and Services Bill 2026, and the Liquor License. Am I reading the right thing here? Yes, July 28th. And it's a document on the SKNIS website. I'm missing something. And the Extradition Amendment Bill 2026, it had its first reading. So I need to clarify this. But nonetheless, they have been sitting of Parliament over the past decades, maybe, quite often. In the past, you used to hear about it now and then, but especially apart from the budget, which you would have heard, it's going 2-3 days. But these parliaments, sitting of Parliament, they are coming fast and furious, and they have been for the past few decades. Unfortunately, I've never ever been to one. I always tell myself I need to go, but I've never been there as yet. And let us now go over to the regional scene, where the captain and his colleagues from the ferry that sank MV Barima in Guyana, they have been charged with 72 counts of murder. All those persons who passed, they have actually been charged with that. And I saw a clip where the captain was complaining, oh, the boat don't have this, the boat doesn't have that, this wasn't working, that wasn't working. I'm like, you can't be serious, dude. You know the boat had so many defects, and you're now complaining because you're in quite a lot of hot water, and you're saying you didn't know that? Well, 1, why did you make the trip in the first place? 2, well, I assumed you may have been complaining to the owners, to the bosses. But 3, shouldn't you have complained to the officials as well? The government, let them come in and do the inspections, and if they didn't think it was seaworthy, but then again, maybe he did report it to government. So then, if he did, what did the government do about it? This whole situation, to me, it's I don't know. It's very perplexing. But as we said in a previous broadcast, clearly a few parties will have to be looked at, their involvement, their cause. Obviously, Captain, the port master, who said I'm coming back, allegedly said I'm coming back in the next half an hour, so make sure you unload the weight, etc. By the time he got back, the boat had already left. The port master, who had perhaps needed to clear, I don't know if he got the clearance, but if he gave clearance, he should perhaps be in issue, the owner of the boat, and we are told that there's no insurance at the boat. So the licensing authority, the ministry of whatever ministry that falls on, the transportation or what have you, too many things sounded wrong with that. Too many things. So the question now is though, yes, these 3 are charged for murder. I am thinking, I'm wondering if murder isn't too strong, maybe manslaughter. Why? I think with murder you have to prove intent. But some may argue because he knew all these things were wrong and he went out. So, but I think, I'm not so sure that's the most appropriate charge. but I'm not into legalities, but murder, I don't think it should really be murder. Yes, 72 persons died, but maybe manslaughter, I don't know, involuntary murder if something exists, but murder is me going out to get rid of you, to make you a deceased individual. That is murder, deliberate, premeditated they call it. But I don't think this should be murder, but I'm hoping that there will be something done. Investigation, of course, is continuing, but I expect that the net would just not be around the captain and the crew. I think the net should encompass most and many persons, even going up to the Minister of Transportation or whatever, the minister who is responsible for ferry services in Guyana. And I perhaps should ask the Prime Minister a question as well, because the ministers should be reporting to the Prime Ministers. And it begs the question, were persons reporting this over a period of time? This year, was it reported? Was it last year? The condition, the subordinates of the ferry persons who had concerns? That's the first question. Were any concerns reported? 2, if concerns reported, were they reported to the correct authorities, the right channels? And whether or not they were, could they have been diverted to wherever they needed to be? And if the persons who needed to be informed were informed, what did they do about it? And what will become of them? I think this is a far-reaching story. I don't think we're going to really hear the end of it just now. We shouldn't hear the end of it just now because of these number of persons who have gone to the great beyond. Oh, I'm seeing something here, Troy. No, the parliament is set for tomorrow, July the 28th. And okay, and thank you very much. Something wasn't making sense set for me. And but anyway, we continue. Thank you very much for that. And those of you who are into sports, the West Indies won the first test match against Pakistan yesterday. And it was really interesting. Some people believe that, let me put it this way, cricket is a very funny game. Runs on the board are already runs on the board. No matter what I put on the board, I don't make them, you know. You will now have to go and make them, and sometimes it's not as easy as one would think. And if you look at, for the sports persons who are listening, we look at I'm just going to give the summary. I'm not going to go into details. The match was played at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy in Tarouba, San Fernando, Trinidad and Tobago. The West Indies won the toss and they elected to bat first. The West Indies were 311. Not really a too encouraging score, but runs on the board, already runs on the board. They then bowled out Pakistan for 289, a slim lead of 29 runs. And sometimes 29 runs, they are really a lot of runs. They are mounted. When the West Indies went into bat, they were skittled out for 181. Nobody should really be making 181 in Test cricket, though it happens, because remember the West Indies were bowled out for 27. West Indies bowled out England for 86 and all kind of low scores. Somebody bowled out for somebody for 46. But even 311, you watch it and say, boy, they're in a lot of runs. So what would you call 181? What would you call that? And then, guess what? They gave Pakistan a meager 211 for victory. 211 in test match, especially when you have 2 days. That is not really a lot of runs. But as I said before, runs on the board are runs on the board. I don't go in and make mine, you know have to go in and make it. And Pakistan were bowled out for 120. 120, so therefore West Indies winning the match by 90 runs. And guess what? This match finished yesterday. Today was to be the last day. Pakistan went into bat just after the start of play yesterday. So they basically had 2 days to get 211 runs. And normally you score much more than 211 runs in 1 day. So you score probably at 3 runs and over, 90 overs. So you're talking about you could score 270 runs, but persons will score a lot more, according to how fast they bat. So congratulations to the West Indies. And they had some records there. This is, I think, the 13th venue in the Caribbean, because the first test played here, the 13th venue in the Caribbean to be hosting Test match cricket, and some 126 are thereabout in the world. And congratulations, they're going to be moving on now to the second Test match, the second and final Test match, I should say, and that's going to happen at the Queen's Park Oval in Trinidad and Tobago as well. It's going to be starting on Sunday 2nd and going down to Thursday 6th. It didn't start on Monday the 1st because it's going to encompass Monday the 1st because some countries, they celebrate Emancipation Day on the 1st, wherever the 1st starts. And that's a public holiday. Here in the Federation, we celebrate it on the first Monday in August. Some countries do like us. Some others, they have it on the 1st, wherever the 1st falls. So that's the second Test match. So congratulations to the West Indies and best wishes. I'm noticing the lines are kind of quiet. And I am just, before we go to the break, let me tell you the numbers we can call: 4660989, 4660989, of course. That's if you're in the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. If you are in the Caribbean, you prefix that with 1869, 1869, 4660989. And in the UK, you can call 033 344 0065. Again, UK, you call 033 344 0065. For the US of A, 718-285-6984, 718-285-6984. And in Canada, you call 305-921-4619, 305-921-4619. And if you're shy like me and you prefer to not speak, well, you could use, we are streaming on Facebook and YouTube. You could make your comments there, or you can send a WhatsApp to me at 668-2055, 668-2055. And let us go now to a break and pick up our sponsors. We have a few comments which we'll read when we come back.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is Win FM.
It's here. The all-new Toyota RAV4 has arrived at TDC Automotive with bold styling, advanced technology, and the versatility to match your lifestyle. This is the SUV built for wherever the road takes you. Now available. Get yours today or place your order with our team. Visit us at the C.A. Paul Southwell Industrial Site in St. Kitts or Penny's Industrial Estate in Nevis. TDC Automotive. We're number one for a reason.
Drive, drive, drive into something new. Horsefoot's Automotive, waiting for you.
St. Kitts and Nevis, get ready to drive into something new. Happening now through September 30th. Celebrate the journey to independence with Horsefoot Automotive's Drive into Something New auto sales event, together with the Heritage Initiative Motor Promotion from S.A. Horsefoot Finance Company Limited, agents for Guardian Insurance. Enjoy no down payment, free registration, 12 months free servicing, and up to $8,500 off all models. Plus, receive up to $1,000 in free gas or groceries, while customers financed through S.L. Horsefoot Finance Company Limited receive a free bill of sale and an additional $500 off first-year insurance with Guardian Insurance. Eligible Heritage customers can also receive a 30% discount, free windshield coverage up to $4,000 EC, free open driver coverage, retention of their no-claim discount, and loss of benefits up to $1,750 EC. Visit Horsefoot Automotive today. At Horsefoot, drive into something new, drive in style. Save more, protect what matters. Terms, conditions, and eligibility requirements apply.
Be natural you with Fruta. So fresh. The juice with the great flavor. What? Not nice like Fruta. The best juice come from the nature. Where fun and flavor collide. Perfect thing for nice up the vibe. Live Fruta for you, that's my style. With Fruta, every sip liver smile.
Live Fruitaful. Look for us on the shelf with our new packaging. Enjoy 100% natural juice flavor. It's so fresh.
Live Fruitaful with Fruta.
Welcome back to Island Tea here on winnfm 98.9. And I'm going to get into, well, of course, we're taking your calls, so we encourage you to call in. I'm going to get into some messages here that we have. And again, we're streaming on Facebook and YouTube and TV Caribbean Channel 40. They are also carrying us, according to Cortensia. We are simulcast. I like that word, simulcast. The problem is a lot of these projects do not do any environmental impact assessment. And I think they're speaking about the grape trees that were uprooted. Unfortunately, we do not value our natural resources until we see a country like America promoting them a few years ago. CMOs was a big health trend in America. The American company Starbucks sells an item called avocado toast for as much as $20. The same avocados that we take for granted here on the island. A very good point. Same thing with the moringa, the lemongrass. Somebody was telling me mango, they went and they had to spend $20 for mango. Good morning, caller. Welcome to Island Tea. You're live.
Good morning to you, Biff.
Morning, Greg. How are you, sir?
Bless in Jesus' name as always, and good morning to all your listeners. And greetings once more in Jesus Christ's name, the only Savior of sinners from the sins and from hell, by the gospel only, through faith only, according to the word of God only, in Jesus only. Also, we need to become a republic and get out the British Commonwealth. Now, I ain't going to stay long because I don't have much credit on my phone, but I would like to say this, and I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. You don't need all of these regulations, government regulations, including where maritime situations are concerned. You just do things the Bible way. And what is the Bible way? Once you are carelessly responsible, or because of your recklessness and carelessness of an accident where people lose their life, and you're found guilty in a court of law for that, for the Bible, you committed murder and you should be executed by the people of the community, by the people of the society. That is what really, you don't need all of these government regulations, which of course, they are not the Bible way to go. And you do things the Bible way, and people would pull their socks up. You know, not just boat, but where cars are concerned, driving safely are concerned, and do all of those sort of stuff, people would pull their pants up and their forks up. Because you carelessly and recklessly take somebody's life, your life will be forfeited once you are found guilty in a court of law. And it will be the people of the society, which is the Bible way to go, would take your life. Thank you, Biff.
Before you run, Greg, before you run on that topic, if I'm not mistaken, way back when in St. Kitts and Nevis, once you were accused of murder, you were taken to court and you were found guilty, you were sentenced to hang. And I'm remembering there was a case a few years ago, I can't remember the gentleman's name, where he killed, I think, his girlfriend and his mother-in-law, and he was sentenced to hang, and he made some appeal, and I think it went up to the Privy Council, and they said it's unconstitutional to just sentence a man to be hung once he's committed murder. And some things would change. You had to do psychiatric evaluation, etc. But we haven't had a hanging in the Federation for quite some time now. And once you hear about hanging, the International Mercy, the Human Rights Committee, they are going to come in and make a big stink about it. Plus, with St. Kitts and Nevis signing on to some conventions which you cannot hang. So that is not as easy as it may be. Plus, you know, once you're found guilty of murder, you're going to be sentenced to at least life. And that doesn't deter persons, does it?
No, not life. We do things the Bible way. And execute justice quickly and swiftly. You would find, as the Bible said, it would be a deterrent because it would put fear in people's heart of doing these things. But like I said before, the people who should be at the helm of government are to be godly Christian men who are full with the knowledge of the Word of God and who fear God above men, so that they would do the right thing. And whoever want to talk, let them talk.
Okay,
but
good.
You, as a true godly Christian man, would implement what the Bible says.
Okay, thank you very much.
And who don't like it, lump it. Thank you.
Okay, sir, thank you very much. And Greg is promoting swift action. But remember, sometimes the police arrest people and wrong people are charged. And this is a fact. It has happened where persons are wrongfully convicted and wrongfully sentenced and all them kind of things. And they, sometimes after 20-something years, you find out why this man was really innocent. He was telling the truth. But could you repair a man who has been imprisoned for 23 years? Let us say 23 from now is 2002. Until now, so many things have happened and he's in prison for 23 years. And all of a sudden you find out that he's not guilty, he's innocent. But there's somebody else, he was framed, and yes, you let him go. I mean, how do people get back into that? Let's go to this caller. Good morning, caller. You're live on Island T. Welcome.
Good morning, it's Biff.
Morning, sir.
You know, the Old Testament says an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. And in that space and time, we have seen where criminal activity was at a minimum, so to speak. But you see, we can't examine one aspect of what was written without going to the first. What I mean by this is gift. Now follow my chain of thought. The Genesis book in the beginning says that God created male and female in his image and likeness and blessed us and gave us herbs for meat. And he said we must live in harmony. Harmony is an indication of love. I see you, you see me. Now, Giff, what I'm saying is this. There was a breaking away, whether it was from within or it was external. We were interrupted and we strayed. Because if we were living in harmony, Giff, on an area where everything was provided for us, herb for meat, then what need do we have to come up against our brother? Now, I am saying to you, Biff, that the book is polluted. Even the Jesus is contaminated. I'm talking about the image that they gave us, because, you see, when Journey said that the book gave us ready-made answers, here we have the book say, God said, thou shalt not kill. Now, Greg is saying that God said, God ordered David, King Saul, to go and kill. Now, let us examine why King Saul and David went to kill people according to the Bible. They was doing wickedly. Okay. Now, God being spirit, can anyone say that they have seen a spirit kill Biff?
I don't think so.
Now, when you look at the literature and the writers of the literature of the book Biff, who claim that they were wholly inspired, well, is the word of God is open for copyright? That they, the writers, have copyright to God's word, and I don't have that right to it? Now, they have given us a benchmark in a literature they place in a book to keep us passive, but when you examine the acts in the book and God being spirit, well, who commit the acts, Biff, God or man? And here we are justifying their wickedness that they have done to our ancestors, and we are tolerating their injustices because they gave us a deity they call God. Outside of ourselves, Biff, you can make no mistake, Biff, you are a god. The woman is a goddess. We are the first and we are the last. When you examine the genocide and the atrocities that they have done to our ancestors, and we are still here and they are still the minority, but they are on their way, Biff. The sooner we wake up and unite and become knowledgeable of those who were before us, we bring an end to all this misery that they have imposed upon us. Because Biff, what they have given us is misery that has taken us from our knowledge of the mystery of when spirit became flesh. Consciousness, matter, spirit. When spirit descended from the universe and became flesh, it was within the divine female African woman and the divine masculine man. And that's the beginning of the civilization to which or who we belong. But here we are today, Biff. We swallowed their misery in a white Jesus, a white God, and everything that is in heaven is white, and everything that represents the devil is black. This we so got to wake up from this misery, because white is recessive. You know that. Now you might
30
be
seconds
in complexion.
30 seconds more, please. 30 seconds more, please. We need to go to a break.
Okay. Biff, we got to wake up. We got to wake up from the misery, and recognize the mystery and take knowledge. I'll leave it there, Biff.
Thank you very much, caller. I am not at all in agreement with your view that we are all gods. From my interpretation, I don't know it to be so. But nonetheless, let us go to a break and pick up our sponsors, thanking them for partnering with us to bring Island Tea to you.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
Come, build with us at Hostels Building and Nevis Centers. We don't just sell materials, we help you build your dreams. Whether it's a new home, a renovation, or a DIY project, we're here to make it happen. That's why we say, build with us. From foundation to finish, come to our stores where we have the best in building materials, hardware, tools, paints, expert advice, and more. Whatever you need, you can count on us. So if you're ready to get started, build with us. With Hostels Building and Nevis Centers, you're not just building a structure, you're building a future. Let us help you create something amazing. Dream with us, plan with us, grow with us, build with us. Come build with us at Hostels Building and Nevis Centers today. Build with us at Hostels.
Tire treads gone? Going bald? Don't let this be you. It's time for new tires from TDC Automotive. As the month rolls along, buy 2 or more tires and get 20% off your purchase. Get more savings and safer driving for the roads ahead. Visit TDC Automotive today at Southwell Industrial Estate in St. Kitts or Penny's Industrial Estate, Nevis. TDC Automotive, #1 for a reason. Terms and conditions apply. Offer valid while stocks last.
Make today a payday with the Caribbean Lottery. Play $2 and get paid up to $2,000 every month for 5 years. That's 5 years of extra support for daily expenses. Take care of the people you love and get life moving in the right direction. Playing is easy. Pick 4 numbers and the cash ball to secure 5 years of guaranteed income. Build your financial future with Payday, the win that keeps on paying. Play now at the Caribbean Lottery agents island-wide and secure your payday. Must be 21 years or older to play. Please play responsibly.
Welcome back to Island Tea here on WinFM 98.9, a program heard weekdays Monday through to Friday from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. And today, being Wednesday, voices will be coming up at 10 o'clock. So stick and stay, don't go away. And if we jump back to the messages on Facebook, the captain and the crew of the ferry inverse sinking incident in Guyana tested positive for marijuana. I heard that before. Obviously, I don't know how true it is. The proper charge in this case would be negligent homicide or negligible homicide. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. But murder, yes, something needs to happen to them, but I'm not certain murder at all. Let us take this caller. Good morning, caller. You're live on Island Tea here on WinFM 98.9.
Yeah, give quickly. In your early opening this morning, you was wondering about Mrs. Henry.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
I spoke to her about two weeks back with her daughter, and she was a bit weak in her voice. I haven't got around to go and visit her. I think she's at her home.
Okay.
And the daughter told me she would let me know when she returned back to Bastia. I'm not sure if that has done as yet, but being in this time of year, with school closed, my work, some of my staff is on holiday, so, my hours are different now, so I don't really have time to pass and stop by her. But I just want to let the listener know that she was a bit weak and she was hospitalized at the home. And the daughter kind of, she and I had a chat briefly, and, Mrs. Henry said hi to me. She recognized who I was, and her voice was a bit low. So I just want to let those know. But quickly, again, this. Now, you said you don't agree, respectfully, that we are not God. Well, the very books say that, I think it was Jesus said, "Know ye not that ye are gods." You see, Biff, the Bible says this here, and it says that here. Now, there are some people say that the Bible contradicts itself. But the Bible have truth, and we have a lot of things in it. We have fallacy, we have politics, and all of that is to keep us passive, because everything that is in the Bible, we are just to obey. We're not supposed to question according to them. Just believe by faith. Well, I'm saying to you, Biff, and the listeners, when you examine what is written, if you go through that book closely and you see and you look at the acts, because bear in mind this, that God is a spirit. Now, you nor myself can say that I can say, well, I've seen a spirit take life. The book says, God says, thou shalt not kill, steal, hate, envy, or covet. But there are a race of people who have done just that with. So I'm telling you, when you look at the acts that were committed in this book, even God is a mass murderer. Because God, who said, thou shalt not kill, have killed. No, that's not the creator of life.
Excuse me, caller. You said that God is a mass murderer?
Yes.
Where could that be proven?
Well, God opened up the earth and taken a whole bunch of people who were sojourning. Aren't you familiar with this in the book, Biff?
Okay.
When the Israelites was sojourning from whether Egypt or wherever, they were murmuring, and God caused the earth to open. According to the writers, God caused the earth to open up and swallow up thousands of people. Now, I'm saying to you, Biff,
but
what came out from the...
Is that murder, or wasn't that punishment for not adhering to the ways or whatever it was?
Well, Biff, what I'm saying, whether you call it murder or punishment, no. Follow this, Biff. The universe came out once in all its manifestation of life and love. Life and love in all its manifestation on planet Earth, because the Earth is alive. So life came out once. What we refer to as God is not the author of confusion. And I'm using the word God loosely because that is how we were indoctrinated. But the energy, the source of everlasting life came out once in its manifestation. We are connected to everything that is on earth, as above, so below, as within, so without. Life and love is all that the Creator knows. And how the Creator knows whether you or I do good or bad is by the elements of life: earth, air, water, fire, and the S-U-N, the light of the world, the Son of the Most High, the S-U-N, that rise every morning. Every emotion, every thought, every action, every deed that we do, the Most High knows by vibration, sound, and frequency through the elements of life. The writers who give us this book knew this. but they have polluted it and they have benefited from it because the book hides more than what it reveals. Know the truth, and the truth will set you free.
Okay,
but
30
you have
seconds,
to ask
please.
yourself this: what are you being freed from? I'll leave it there.
Okay, thank you very much, Carl. I understand. And I needed to confirm, pardon me, if Miss Henry, she's at her home, if I understood you correctly, at her home, which is down the narrow streets there in Newtown. And I'm glad to hear that she is back home, notwithstanding the voice not as strong as previously was. But let us pray for Miss Henry that she'll get back to her strength, her normal self, and full of energy, and be able to call in and share her experiences with us. Before we go to a break, I was reading the messages. Have there been any updates on the importation of those 15 weapons in Nevis? Not that I have heard of. The police did say that the weapons and the bullets are in their custody, and the gentleman, he could apply for a license to have them, and the Commissioner of Police will determine whether it is granted or not. And there was no harmony. African tribes always fought against each other for power and land. I wish people would stop repeating pseudo history. And again, these are the comments of our listeners, and not necessarily the views of WinFM 98.9, but we allow persons to express themselves, their concerns, respectfully and lawfully. Important, lawfully and legally. And this kind of thing, just like the Destiny, and speaking of Destiny, the Premier of Nevis, the Honorable Mark Brantley, he reported that there was a meeting and a healthy discussion, and it seems like they continue to be on their way. Let me put it that way. When and what will happen, I didn't quite get the knack of that. I didn't listen to anything, but okay, caller, you encouraged you to call back, please. Oh, good morning, caller. Welcome. You're live on WinFM 98.9.
Yes, good morning, Brother Biff.
Good morning, Mr. Welcome. How are you, sir?
I am humble and peaceful.
Wonderful.
I do not intend to be disagreeable this morning.
Okay, sir. Whatever that means in English.
And I must say, I still love you.
I love you too, sir.
Potentia, and I love everyone.
Wonderful.
Anyway, moving forward, I have some good information to all the political parties independent. And I will keep on saying this. The ruling party, leading party right now, as we can do from abstracts, they have really ruined the Federation. They have done us so much harm that I don't think they should be given another chance, whether they are silent or they are utterance. Now, to the rest of the parties, whether you are an individual like me, we all should stand together to get rid of these bad, unacceptable party, which is Labour. I am a plain speaker. We have to put aside all this agreeable and grievance. The electorates are who will give us the chance, whether it's 6 or 11. We all still have to work together in that first path to success. I am encouraging Nevis, the NRP party, just like the New Alliance Party has 11 candidates. They have penetrated Nevis with 3 candidates for Nevis and 8 for St. Kitts. NRP should do it too. This is nothing to do with money. This is that we don't have enough to finance And I am against NRP to talk about the need membership. Membership for what? We should be free in voting. We should be free in choosing our leaders, but we should not bite. And I don't like that thing. That turned me off with NRP. But I am advising them to get 8 more federal candidates and inject them into St. Kitts, vice versa. An individual, we all go for a seat that we choose. If we win, it's only one common interest, to combine together. And you're going to tell me 11 independents head cannot shape the country? And I am against if 11 constituents in the federation for 6 to be the ruling party. All of you get a vote, so all of you should work and stop collecting taxpayers for not contributing to the development of the country. I will leave it right there, and I will come again for others.
Okay,
I'm open for
thank
critique,
you.
And I...
Thank you very much. Thank you. Apologies, Mr. Welcome. We thought you had finished, but thank you very much for sharing your view. And again, the views of the callers are not necessarily the views of WinFM 98.9, nor myself. Of course, there are some things I agree with, some things I don't agree with, I cannot see. But at the end of the day, it's about working for the greater good, as the release from Mrs. Greybrook said this morning. It's not about her, it's about the country, and working for the greater good. No party is bigger than an individual. No individual is bigger than a party. No individual is bigger than the country. So that's a good note to take a break. We will be right back.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
Life is filled with uncertainties and eventualities, but there is comfort in knowing that there are possibilities. TDC Financial Services, we're here to ease your burden. Whether it's investments or loans, we're here to help you cross this hurdle and get you closer to your goal. Help to put you in control. TDC Financial Services, we're here for you to help you make your dreams come true. Whether your needs are big or small, we'll support you with them all. TDC Financial Services, we are strong. TDC Financial Services, this is where you belong.
TDC Financial Services, where money is made easy.
Come, build with us at Hostels Building and Nevis Centers. We don't just sell materials, we help you build your dreams. Whether it's a new home, a renovation, or a DIY project, we're here to make it happen. That's why we say, build with us. From foundation to finish, come to our stores where we have the best in building materials, hardware, tools, paints, expert advice, and more. Whatever you need, you can count on us. So if you're ready to get started, build with us. With Hostels Building and Nevis Centers, you're not just building a structure, you're building a future. Let us help you create something amazing. Dream with us, plan with us, grow with us, build with us. Come build with us at Hostels Building and Nevis Centers today. Build with us at Hosfords.
Magnum, my brand. Everybody put a Magnum in the air now. From you a drink Magnum, let me see. Take charge of things now your place now. From the river to the beach to the street. Hot Magnum when me have in a me hand there. He are a sipper, she tell me sweet. Look for me watch for your quick time check. Yeah. Right now a Magnum for your beat. Enjoy yourself every day of the week with a Magnum. My life I forget sweeter. Must be 18 years and older to drink. Drink responsibly.
Welcome back to Island Tea here on WinFM 98.9. Gosh, I just sat down 5 minutes, 10 minutes ago, and it's already 9:35. Could you believe it? Time flying, just like that. And that's why we have to, according to old people, make hay where the sun shines. Time really flying. It's already 29th of July. And just the other day we were talking about Culturama coming, but now Culturama is here. And we go to this caller. Good morning, caller. Welcome to Island Tea, you're live.
Good morning,
Troy Biff Mills, how you do?
Good morning, Mr. Politics. My apology if you didn't want me to call your name, but you have such a distinct voice. And how are you, sir?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm here doing a little work, but I just tune into you and I hear you. You know, I get you this time because remember I tell you I have difficulties was getting you.
Yes, sir. And we appreciate it, and we're glad that you're now able to hear us, and also glad that you're able to call into us. We appreciate it. Thank you for listening.
So what the topic for today?
Well, we touched on the main topic seems to be the sinking of the ferry in Guyana, where the captain and his crew were charged for 72 counts of murder. Well, I personally don't believe murder is the correct charge. Somebody said.
But I hear something about smoke marijuana.
Yes. A note said they tested positive for marijuana. That's what a note said.
Try to believe that?
That they tested positive for marijuana?
Marijuana thing.
It's possible. I don't know. It's possible.
Yeah.
And I think I'm not certain what's the position with marijuana in Guyana, but beyond that, when it comes to work and professionalism, too often we see people working, whether with the solid waste or wherever parks and beaches, and they have a spliff in the mouth. I don't think that is right.
Yeah. I mean, to be truthful, right? When you as a professional working, especially driving taxi, running passenger bus, and all these things you're supposed to prevent from doing, because you don't know what could come on to you at the time you're driving or whatever, because sometimes these things trigger off whatever. Maybe smoking, drinking, or whatever trigger off whatever, and then it causes you nerves to get bad and wherever it could take place. Well, I made to understand the boat was an old boat.
Yes, it was 87 years.
Boat.
87 years, yes.
Yes. So, a situation like that, anybody else pick up a boat like that, right? At that kind of age, especially if poor maintenance, the situation like this thing could take place.
Situation like what? Murder?
Like.
I
mean, the sinking.
Okay. Yes, it was last serviced in 2024, and it was scheduled to be serviced later on this year. But I am concerned that a ferry that does so much work, because the trip is perhaps anywhere between 16 and 24 hours. That's sailing. That's the distance they have to carry, and a boat doing that amount of work needs to be serviced often, I believe. I suggest.
Is a private boat or owned by some individual person? Why be a private boat? Owned by a company?
Something like that, yes. And there's an owner, and he was the one who employed the captain and the crew. And the three men, when they were being arrested, I saw a video with the captain saying the boat didn't have this, the boat didn't have that, didn't have any GPS or something like that. And one of the things, the concern was, okay, if you knew the boat was deficient in these areas, they weren't working, they weren't installed, why did you set out that night? Why did you continue sailing? Why?
You see, Charlie, because people like to take chances.
Okay.
People just like to take chances. Maybe that he could put it to the owner too, and the owner like.
Good point.
Whatever. Man, do it that way.
In which case.
Sometimes we only see things. I only come out and speak things when situation come, you know.
Correct. And in this way, the owner should be in problems.
Situation come.
Exactly. And the owner should really be in problems. And I believe a wide net should really be cast, because the boat didn't have any insurance from what we were told.
Oh, you hear that?
Yes, so how could you allow a ferry to go on the sea without being insured? I mean, a lot of things don't quite make a lot of sense, but a lot of people something need to happen to them, including the minister, in my humble view, the minister responsible for ferry services.
Okay.
And the licensing authority. because your boat has to be licensed every year, and it has to meet specific standards.
Try, let me move on. I got a little complaint to put out. Now, I live in Boys Village here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And at the Fabian Road down here, where tourists run pan every day. Try the road in a terrible state. Sometimes when the buses them coming down, the coaster bus coming down, the people them, you can see the drop, you see the people them drop up in the bus. And I'm not saying that I doing these things because a tourist or whatever, because even our own local people get the same advantage. Government come, we call and talk about this road down here, and nobody in authority seems to study the road. You understand? Sometimes they got to drive out to the project to West Warm because they want to drive some of the tourists on the road. But tourists is our main industry, try. And something we got to take care. We talk about tourists every day. We pamper it. We talk about it. When you don't think that it would properly maintain to when these people come, that they could go cool and have smooth drive?
Correct. Then it should be a very good experience, and we thank you very much for raising that point. And did you by chance call the respective parties about that? Reported?
Try. I meet individually in the government, and I tell them about it. I meet face to face, and I tell them about the Fabian Road. And people, even with the agriculture department and them things. I myself meet the minister and confront him with what's going on in agriculture and everything and those things.
Okay, Mr. Politics. You know? Mr. Politics. Yes. I'll have to ask you to wrap up, but why I'm doing so, this approach is more suited for voices where persons call in and indicate things that they're seeing and are not happy about and want them to be rectified. Voice is a program more suited for that. And
okay, then, Charlie,
but we thank you for calling and we thank you for understanding. Thank you very much for understanding, Mr. Politics.
Yeah.
And yes.
And I want to say good morning to my good friend, welcome over there in the diaspora, and to Jones here from Nevis in the diaspora. I want to say good morning to them. And those are the guys who really fight the fight and do what they got to do over there. See the ills and the pain that we going through here in the Federation, and they live over there and they could see it. And I think that who and ground could see the same thing too. Anyway, you have a wonderful day. May God bless you and keep you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And taking a quick peek at another couple of messages that came in here. God commanded King David to slaughter a whole nation of people down to the very animals. By today's standard, that would be called genocide. A good point. I heard that Mrs. Henry had a fall and now she is in a home. I miss her input. I wish her well. Okay, caller. Well, we did confirm. Journey informed us that she is back home. Good morning, caller. Welcome. You're live on Island T here on winnfm 98.9.
Yes, okay, Pep. I just heard you mention Island T is most suited for that point that Mr. Politics brought up, right? But quick question along the line that you was talking about that road that's so dangerous. Let me ask you just a question in that regard, right? The road is dangerous. Anybody right down there in the vehicle going on the speed limit and dropping that hole and lose control of the vehicle and get hurt or something like that, who is responsible for that?
That is a very good question, Bull. And the person going down the road because of the road being in a state of disrepair, drops in a pothole and loses control, there's an accident. I really can't start to guess. I
mean, if he have the knowledge prior to down there is bad. Like Mr. Politics was saying, he should divert. I mean, shouldn't you really gone around, avoided period? And let me just mention something else. Here in New Jersey, right? And I'm going to piggyback to where the point I want to go to. In New Jersey, someone has a vehicle, right? And they don't have insurance on it. And you borrow that vehicle and jump in that vehicle and go down the road driving and you get caught and the cops stop you, and you can't present the insurance card, the vehicle don't have insurance on it, but it's not your vehicle. You know, you're the one going to get charged in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go towards that boat that went down in Guyana, and I heard that the boat was operating with no insurance. I mean, I don't know if that's true.
That's what we're hearing as well.
Yeah, so what I would want to say, and then this is my last point, what I would want to say is that if that boat was operating with no insurance, who really is going to take up that liability? The owners of the boat or the crew that was operating the boat at that specific time? Because what I would want not to happen is that the crew, I mean, they can throw marijuana in the mix all they want, if that's also a true fact. But I don't believe the crew themselves should just be the only ones liable and responsible. I mean, the owners, them, and the government, if the government is the owners especially, man, the ministry who's over maritime affairs, man, all of those persons need to be held accountable because they know the situation with this boat. They know that the boat ain't being maintained for so long. Like you said, the boat is making that long journey. The boat is being overworked. The boat ain't got no insurance. And everybody should be held accountable and not just to be scapegoat and one set of persons. And thanks a lot, man. I'll leave that there. Thank
you very much, Paul. Thank you very much. And as I've been saying, this net should be a really broad net. It shouldn't just be the captain. And in speaking to a colleague, the colleague suggested that maybe that was just a diversionary tactic to take the blame, to take the light, take the discussion away from the parties that should be, including the government. And I agree with you, Paul. The government, the Minister of Maritime Affairs, or whatever it is, he has to be involved, and there should be some penalty for him. Good morning, caller. Welcome to Island T. You're live.
Good morning.
Good morning, caller. You're live, and you have the privilege of being the last caller this morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. You're hearing me, caller?
Yes. How are you doing?
I am blessed, highly favored, and giving thanks. What about you?
I am peaceful. Just want to say one thing for now. Are you hearing me?
Yes, I'm listening, sir.
Okay.
Don't listen to your radio. Listen to me on the phone, please. Don't listen to your radio because there's a delay.
I'm not by any radio.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I just want to say that there is one true and living Jehovah, perfect, holy God, without sin. He is not a human being that was born in sin and shapen in iniquity. So he cannot do anything that is wrong. So you cannot compare the Creator God with a human being for somebody to say that he commit. I won't even go into the words that I heard, because in my lifetime, if anyone had to tell me that I would have heard those words from any human being about God, I would have said no. But I took my ears and I heard them this morning.
Okay,
go ahead. It's almost as if that is amounting to blasphemy. But nevertheless, let me let that caller know and all others that God cannot do anything wrong.
Okay,
God cannot do anything wrong. He's perfect in all his ways.
Okay, caller.
You could commit murder,
Wrap up
another
first, please,
person
caller.
might commit murder, but God cannot. It's impossible for God to commit.
Okay, caller. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. We appreciate your view. And that is our last caller, ladies and gentlemen. And before we slip away, I must read these other comments. Could you show your numbers online? Okay, thank you very much for that feedback. If any of those 15 weapons are assault rifles, why would the police high command allow a civilian to have weapons equivalent to those of the defense force? if any of those weapons match or exceed this is another comment, if any of those weapons match or exceed the firepower used by the security forces, I would consider that to be a national security risk. And how did Jesus die? Weren't black people killed in the name of Christianity without justice, without just cause? Does that give license to kill those that did the killing in the name of Christianity? And those are comments made by our listeners. And again, the comments made by the listeners are not necessarily the views of WinFM 98.9, nor myself, nor our sponsors. We have to bring it down here, ladies and gentlemen. Time just flew by, poof, supersonically. And we hope that you had a wonderful time. For those of you who have been listening to us, thank you very much. Those of you who called in, thank you very much. And I detected at least one new caller. And pardon me, there was a message I needed to read from a caller. And she said she has been listening. Where is it? Here is it. And good morning, Biff. I was driving to work when you touched on the MV Barima disaster in the country of my birth. And she's going to send me a post with some information. And she says, from the horse's mouth, I'm a faithful listener to WinFM from the inception. The boat is owned by government. And it was not insured. That's on the government. He should be fired. A sentiment expressed by most Guyanese. The minister in charge, that is. And I share the view that something has to happen. And perhaps him resigning or being fired, that might reasonable. Anyway, we have to leave it here, ladies and gentlemen. As I leave you, I remind you, always observe the speed limits. Drive a safe distance away from the vehicle in front of you and extend courtesy on the road. Be patient, or you may become a patient. And also, always be positive in your thoughts, in your words, and in your actions. Thank you for listening. Join us tomorrow at 8 a.m.
Found the sound 98.9
Life is filled with uncertainties and eventually